very peaceful, and breathe deeply, slowly. Maybe you say a prayer of gratitude to appreciate the moment or pray for gratitude on your journey. Maybe you decide to try your first minute of meditation. As you sit in silence, you are totally present in the now, in the moment. You calm your mind, relax your body, and allow all of your stress to melt away. You develop a deeper sense of peace, purpose, and direction. Minute two, you pull out your daily affirmations, the ones that remind you of your unlimited potential and your most important priorities, and you read them out loud from top to bottom. As you focus on what is most important to you, your level of internal motivation increases. Reading over the reminders of how capable you really are gives you a feeling of confidence. Looking over what you are committed to, what your purpose is, and what your goals are re energizes you to take the action necessary to live the life you truly want, deserve, and now know is possible for you. Minute three, you close your eyes or you look at your vision board and you visualize. Your visualization could include what it will look and feel like when you reach your goals. You visualize the day going perfectly. See yourself enjoying your work, smiling and laughing with your family or your significant other, and easily accomplishing all that you intend to accomplish for that day. You see what it will look like. You feel what it will feel like, and you experience the joy of what you will create. Minute four. You take 1 minute to write down some of the things that you are grateful for, what you are proud of, and the results you are committed to creating for that day. In doing so, you create for yourself an empowered, inspired, and confident state of mind. Minute five. Then you grab your self help book and invest 1 miraculous minute reading a page or two. You learn a new idea, something you can incorporate into your day, which will improve your results at work or in your relationship. You discover something new that you can use to think and feel better, to live better. Minute six. Finally, you stand up and spend the last minute moving your body for 60 seconds. Maybe you run in place. Maybe you do a minute of jumping jacks. Maybe you do push ups or sit ups. The point is that you are getting your heart rate up, generating energy, and increasing your ability to be alert and focused. How would you feel if that's how you utilize the first 6 minutes of each day? How would the quality of your day, your life improve? I don't suggest you limit your miracle morning to only 6 minutes every day. But as I said, on those days when you are pressed for time, the 6 minute miracle morning provides a powerful strategy for accelerating your personal development. So, chapter 8, customizing your miracle morning to fit your lifestyle and achieve your biggest goals and dreams. The miracle morning is amazing. It has provided new levels of clarity, focus, and energy to my life. What is great is that it can be a different routine for each person, depending on your goals and schedules. For me, as a business owner and a mother of 1 year old, it has been a time to reflect, pray, focus on my goals and dreams, exercise, and de stress. It also gives me valuable time to be thankful for the people, events, and blessings in my life. We all have the same 168 hours in a week. So start using the miracle morning and you will find miracles in your life that you never knew existed. Katie Han, owner, Hedgehog Group, St. Louis, MO. Up until this point, we have primarily been focused on the lifesavers model to accelerate your personal development during your miracle morning. However, the miracle morning is 100% customizable. Everything from your wake up time to the total duration of your miracle morning to which activities you do, as well as the duration and order of each activity. There is no limit to how your miracle morning can be personalized to fit your lifestyle and help you achieve your most significant goal faster than ever before. Here, I will cover all of the above, as well as when and what to eat in the morning, how to align the miracle morning with your major goals and dreams, what to do on the weekends, a tip on overcoming procrastination, and much more. Wake up and start time. This may sound completely counterintuitive, but stick with me. You don't actually have to do the miracle morning in the morning. Hmm? Can you scroll? Of course, there are undeniable advantages to early rising and getting a proactive start to your day. However, for some, their unique schedule and lifestyle simply may not allow it. Obviously, someone who works the graveyard shift or even late nights is going to have a different wake up time than someone who is in bed by 9 p.m. every evening. Considering that different people have different schedules, the essence of Miracle Morning remains that you simply wake up earlier than you normally would, typically by 30 to 60 minutes, so that you can dedicate time every day to improving yourself. So you can transform your life. When, why, and what to eat in the morning. Up until this point, you may have been wondering when I get to eat during my miracle morning. I will cover that here. Besides, when you eat during your miracle morning, what you choose to eat is even more critical. And why you choose to eat what you eat may be most important of all. When to eat. Keep in mind that digesting food is one of the most energy draining processes the body goes through each day. The bigger the meal, the more food you give your body to digest, the more drained you will feel. With that in mind, I recommended eating after your miracle morning. This ensures that for optimum alertness and focusing during the lifesavers, your blood will be flowing to your brain rather than to your stomach. Sorry, to digest your food. If you feel like you must eat something first thing in the morning, make sure that it's a small, light, easily digestible meal and such a fresh fruit or a smoothie. More on that in a minute. Why to eat? Let's take a moment to discuss why you eat the foods that you do. When you are shopping at the grocery store or selecting food from a menu at a restaurant, what criteria do use to determine which foods you are going to put into your body? Are your choice based purely on taste, texture, convenience? Are they based on health, energy, dietary restrictions? Most people eat the foods they do best mainly on their taste and at a deeper level. Based on our emotional attachment to the food we like the taste of. If you were to ask someone, why did you eat the ice cream? Why did you drink that fizzy drink? Or why did you bring that fried chicken home from the supermarket? You would most likely hear responses like, because I love ice cream, I like drinking fizzy drinks, I was in the mood for fried chicken. All answer based on the emotional enjoyment derived primarily from the way this food tastes. In this case, this person is not likely to explain their food choices with how much value this food will add to their health or how much sustained energy they will get. My point is this: if we want to have more energy, which we all do, and if we want our lives to be healthy and disease free, which we all do, then it's crucial that we re-examine why we eat that is the food that we do. And this is important. Start valuing the health benefits and energy consequences of the foods we eat as much as or more than the taste. Sorry. In no way am I saying that we should eat foods that doesn't taste good in exchange for the health and energy benefits. I'm saying that we can have both. I'm saying that if we want to live every day with the abundance of energy so we can perform at our best and live a long, healthy life. We must choose to eat more foods that are good for our health and give us sustained energy as well as tasting great. What to eat? Before we before we talk about what to eat, let's take a second to talk about what to drink. Remember that step 4 of 5 steps nudge proof wake up strategy, chapter 10, is to drink a full glass of water first thing in the morning so you can rehydrate and re-energize after a full night of sleep. Next, I typically start my miracle morning by brewing a cup of bulletproof coffee. I actually set my alarm 15 minutes earlier each day to give myself time to make my coffee without intruding on my miracle morning time. As for what to eat, it has been proven that a diet rich in living foods, such as fresh fruits and vegetables, will greatly increase your energy level, improve your mental focus and emotional well being, keep you healthy, and protect you from disease. So, I created the Miracle Morning Superfood Smoothie that incorporates everything your body needs in one tall, frosty glass. I am talking about complete protein, all of these essential amino acids, age defining antioxidants, omega 3 essentials fatty acids to boost immunity, cardiovascular health, and brain power, plus a rich spectrum of vitamins and minerals. And that's just for starters. I haven't even mentioned all the superfoods such as the stimulating, mood lifting phytonutrients in cacao maca, in cacao, the tropical bean from which chocolate is made, the long lasting energy of maca, the Andean adaptogen revered for its hormone balancing effect, and the immune boosting nutrients and appetite suppressing properties of chia seeds. The Miracle Morning Superfood Smoothie not only provides you with sustained energy, it also tastes great. You might even find that it enhances your ability to create miracles in your everyday life. You can get the recipe free at www.miraclemorning.com resources. Remember the old saying, you are what you eat. Take care of your body so your body will take care of you. You will feel vibrant energy and enhanced clarity immediately. So someone want to start?
Yeah. Yeah. Ritu, you have raised your hand. Is it for reading or you want to ask something? You can just unmute and share.
Yes, it is for reading. Please give me 1 minute.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Deepa has also written her name. What we do here is, na, we write our names and we follow that order. So if you want to read, Deepa, is it okay if Ritu reads? And you can take
Yeah, yeah.
later?
Please, yeah. Ritu can go ahead. Next, if there is a time, I'll read.
Okay, okay. Cool, cool. Yeah. Yeah, Ritu, you can take over. And you can write your name like from next time, like just sharing.
Just a second. Okay. All right. Aligning the miracle morning with your goals and dreams. Most miracle morning practitioners and high achievers use their daily practice to enhance their focus on their immediate goals and their most significant dreams. This is especially true for those who have been putting off or haven't been making time for, such as starting a business or writing a book. The lifesavers are ideal for improving your ability to stay focused on your goals and accelerating the rate at which you make progress towards your dreams. For example, when you create your affirmations, make sure that they are in alignment with your goals and dreams and that they clarify what you will need to think. believe, and do to achieve them, so they reinforce your unwavering commitment to follow through. Reading them daily will keep you focused on your highest priorities and the steps you need to take to achieve them. When you are doing your morning visualization, visualize yourself effortlessly enjoying the process of achieving your goals, like I did when writing this book. I'm sorry, like I did while writing this book, and keep a clear picture of what it will look like once achieved. Remember to involve all of your senses: see, feel, taste, touch, and even smell every detail of your vision and your ideal outcomes. The more vivid your vision is, the more effective it will be in increasing your desire and motivation to take the necessary steps towards your goals each day. Overcoming procrastination, do the worst first. Ma'am, could you please scroll? One of the most effective strategies for overcoming habitual procrastination and maximizing your productivity is to start working on your most important or least enjoyable tasks first thing in the morning. In his best-selling book, Eat That Frog, the legendary productivity expert Brian Tracy shows how getting things done in the morning leads to mental rewards that can take us to great heights in our lives. It is the idea that doing the hard work first, frog eating, is getting out of the way, creates and getting it out of the way creates momentum and makes the rest of the day more productive. The purpose of the miracle morning is more about waking up with purpose, combining the benefits of early rising and personal development, and isn't so much concerned with which activities you do, as long as the activities you choose are proactive and help you improve your inner world, yourself, and your outer world, that is your life. In this short chapter, I will give you some ideas and strategies for how you can design your miracle morning and adjust it to fit your lifestyle so it adds value to your life and helps you achieve your most important goals. I will also include examples of different real life miracle mornings designed by individuals, for entrepreneurs to stay at home moms, from entrepreneurs to stay at home moms, to high school and college students, to fit their unique schedules, priorities, and lifestyles. The miracle morning on weekends. Waking up early on Sunday gives me an edge on finishing my work with a very relaxed state of mind. There is a feeling of time pressure on weekdays that aren't there on weekends. If I wake up early in the morning before everybody else, I can plan the day or at least my activities with relaxed mind, says Oprah Winfrey. And I agree with her. That's absolutely right. I couldn't agree with Oprah more. When I first created the Miracle Morning, I only did it Monday through Friday and I took the weekends off. It didn't take long for me to realize that every day I did the miracle morning, I felt better, more fulfilled, and more productive. But every day that I slept in, I woke feeling lethargic, unfocused, and unproductive. Experiment for yourself. You may start as I did by doing miracle morning the week and and taking the weekends off. See how you feel on those Saturday and Sunday mornings sleeping in. If you feel like many people do that every day is better when you begin it with the miracle morning, you might just find that weekends are usually your favorite time to do it. Ma'am, a little uh, scroll down a little. Yeah, keeping your miracle morning fresh, fun, and exciting. Over the years, my miracle morning continues to evolve. While I still practice the lifesavers daily, I don't foresee any reason I would ever stop needing the benefit of those 6 practices. I do think it is important to mix things up and keep variety in your miracle morning. Like a relationship, you always want to keep a little fun and excitement in the mix so things don't get boring or stale. For example, you might change up your morning exercise routine every 90 days or even monthly. You can try, you could try different mediations, meditations. I'm sorry. You could try different meditations either through a simple Google search or by downloading various meditation apps on your phone. You could create a vision board and update it regularly. As I mentioned during the section on affirmations, you should always be updating your affirmations to stimulate your senses and to be in alignment with your always evolving vision for who you can and want to be. I also adjust my miracle morning on the fly based on my changing schedule, circumstances, and projects I'm working on. When I'm prepared for the when I'm preparing for an upcoming speech or seminar that I will be presenting, I allocate more time during my miracle morning to practice and rehearse my performance. When I'm traveling, when I'm traveling to give speeches for colleges or corporations, I I am staying in hotels, I adjust my miracle morning accordingly. For example, if I am scheduled to give a late night keynote or workshop at a conference, I will move my wake up and start time a little later. Another example of making adjustments based on my current projects has been during this past 5 months, as my miracle mornings has ironically been heavily focused on completing this book. I have still maintained the lifesavers. I have just done a shortened version so I can focus more of my time on writing. As you can see, you can always design and customize the miracle morning to fit your lifestyle. Final thoughts on customizing your miracle morning. Humans need variety. It is important that you keep your miracle morning feeling fresh and new. As one of my first mentors once told me, whenever I complained about my work as a sales rep getting boring, whose fault is it that it is boring? And whose responsibility is it to make it fun again? This is a great lesson that I have never forgotten. Whether it is our routines or our relationships, it is our responsibility to actively and continuously make them the way we want them to be. Remember, the moment you accept total responsibility of everything in your life is the moment you claim the power to change anything in your life. Please scroll.
Wow. Yeah, I think the chapter is over.
Oh,
Yeah. You can just reread this line, Ritu. I loved it. Last line.
okay. Remember, the moment you accept total responsibility of everything in your life is the moment you claim the power to change anything in your life.
Okay. Yeah. Do we read this chapter? Just a minute. I'll just scroll through and see how much it is. So then if we want to read, then Deepa can take and read. Yeah. Just a minute. Or we want to stop here. It is a little long. Might yeah, it gets over. Do we want to read it for another 10 minutes maybe? Or shall we stop now
I think
and
we
take
can
it tomorrow?
read. We can read,
Oh,
I think, for another 10 and maybe even 15 minutes, if everyone is okay.
Let's read. I think, yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Then Deepa, you want to read? You've
Yeah,
written
I would
your
like to
name.
do.
Yeah, yeah. Go on.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. From unbearable to unstoppable, the real secret to forming habits that will transform your life in 30 days. Successful people aren't born that way. They become successful by establishing the habit of doing things unsuccessful people don't like to do. The successful people don't always like doing these things themselves. They just get on and do them. Don Marcus. Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. Jim Rohn. It's been said that our quality of life is created by the quality of our habits. If a person is living a successful life, then that person simply has the habits in place that are creating and sustaining their levels of success. On the other hand, if someone is not experiencing the levels of success they want, no matter what the area, they simply haven't committed to putting the necessary habits in place which will create the results they want. Considering our habits create our life, there is arguably no single skill that is more important for you to learn and master than controlling your habits. You must identify, implement, and maintain the habits necessary for creating the results you want in your life. While learning how to let go of any negative habits which are holding you back from achieving your true potential. Habits are behaviors that are repeated regularly and tend to occur subconsciously. Whether you realize it or not, your life has been and will continue to be created by your habits. If you don't control your habits will control you. Unfortunately, if you're like the rest of us, you were never taught how to successfully implement and sustain, aka master, or in other words, master positive habits. There is no class offered in school called the habit mastery. There should be. Such a course could probably be more important to your success and overall quality of life that all of the other courses combined because they never learn to master their habits. Most people fail at virtually every attempt to control them, time and time again. Take New Year's resolutions, for example. Habitual failure, New Year's resolution, NYRs. Every year, millions of well intentioned people make New Year's resolution, but less than 5% of us stick to them. A NYR is really just a positive habit like exercising or early rising. You want to incorporate into your life or a negative habit, something like smoking or eating fast food. You want to get rid of. You don't need a statistic to tell you that. When it comes to NYRs, most people have already taken up and thrown in the towel before January has even come to a close. Maybe you have seen this phenomenon in real life. If you're ever gone to the gym the first week of January, you know how difficult it can be to find a parking spot. It's parked with vehicles owned by people with good intentions and armed with NYR to lose weight and get in shape. However, if you go back to the gym closer to the end of the month, you'll notice that half of the parking lot is empty. Not armed with the proven strategy to stick with their new habits, the majority continue to fail. Why is it so difficult to implement and sustain the habits we need to be happy, healthy, and successful? Addicted to the old, change is painful. Yes, we are at some level addicted to our habits, whether psychologically or physically. Once a habit has been reinforced through enough repetition, it can be very difficult to change. That is, if you don't have an effective proven strategy. One of the primary reasons most people fail to create and sustain new habits is because they don't know what to expect and they don't have a winning strategy. How long does it really take to form a new habit? Depending on the article you read and which expert you listen to, you, are, you will hear compelling evidence that it takes anywhere from a single hypnosis session, 21 days, or even up to 3 months to incorporate a new habit into your life or get rid of an old one. The popular 21-day myth may come from the 1960 book Psycho Cybernetics, A New Way to Get More Living Out of Life, written by cosmetic surgeon Dr. Maxwell Maltz. He found that amputees took on an average 21 days to adjust to the loss of a limb. He argued that people take 21 days to adjust to any major life changes. Some people argue that how long it takes for a habit to become truly automatic also depends on the difficulty of the habit. My personal experience and the real world results have been working with hundreds of coaching clients has led me to the conclusion that you can change any habit in 30 days if you have the right strategy. The problem is most people don't have any strategy, let alone the right one. So year after year, they lose confidence in themselves and their ability to improve as failed attempt after failed attempt piles up and knocks them down. Something has to change. How can you become a master of your habits? How can you take complete control of your life and your future? By learning how to identify, implement, and sustain any positive habit you want and permanently remove any negative habit. You are about to learn the right strategy, one most people know nothing about. The Miracle Morning 30-day habit mastery strategy that actually works. We can continue this para, right? One of the biggest obstacles preventing most people from implementing and sustaining positive habits is that they don't have the right strategy. They don't know what to expect and aren't prepared to overcome the mental and emotional challenge that are part of the process of implementing any new habit. We will start by dividing the 30-day frame necessary to implement a positive new habit or get rid of an old negative habit into three 10-day phases. Each of these phases presents a different set of emotional challenges and mental roadblocks to sticking with the new habit. Since the average person is not aware of these challenges and roadblocks, when they face them, they give up because they don't know what to do to overcome them. Okay, I think we can finish all the three phases, no?
Yeah, let's finish the chapter.
Yeah. Day 1 to 10, phase 1, unbearable. The first 10 days of implementing any new habit or ridding yourself of any old habit can feel almost unbearable. Although the first few days can be easy and even exciting because it is something new. As soon as the newness wears off, reality sets in. You hate it. It's painful. It's not fun anymore. Every fiber of your being tends to resist and reject the change. Your mind rejects it. And you think, I hate this. Your body resists it and tells you, I don't like how this feels. If your new habit is waking up early, which might be useful one to get started on now. During the next first 10 days, your experience might be something like this. The alarm clock sounds. Oh God, it's morning already. I don't want to get up. I'm so tired. I need more sleep. Okay, just 10 more minutes. Hit snooze button. The problem for most people is that they don't realize that this seemingly unbearable 10 days is only temporary. Instead, they think it's the way the new habit feels and will always feel, telling themselves, if the new habit is this painful, forget it. It's not worth it. As a result, 95% of our society, the medical majority, fail time and time again to start exercise routines, quit smoking, improving their diets, stick to a budget, or any other habit that would improve their quality of life. Here is where you have an advantage over the other 95%. See, when you are prepared for these first 10 days, when you know that it is the price you pay for success, then the first 10 days will be challenging, but they are also temporary. You can beat the odds and succeed. If the benefits are great enough, we can do anything for 10 days, right? So the first 10 days of implementing any new habit aren't a picnic. You will defy it. You might even hate it at times, but you can do it, especially considering it only gets easier from here. And the reward is, oh, just the ability to create everything you want for your life. Days 11 to 20, phase 2, uncomfortable. After you get through the first 10 days, the most difficult 10 days, you begin the second 10-day phase, which is considerably easy. You will be getting used to your new habit. You will also have developed some confidence and positive associations to the benefits of your habit. While days 11 to 20 are not unbearable, they are still uncomfortable and will require discipline and commitment on your part. At this stage, it will still be tempting to fall back to your old behaviors, referencing the example of waking up early as your new habit. It will still be easier to sleep in because you have done it for so long. Stay committed. You have already gone from unbearable to uncomfortable, and you're about to find out what it feels like to be unstoppable. Days 21 to 30, phase 3, unstoppable. When you enter the final 10 days, the home stretch, the few people that make it this far almost always make a detrimental mistake, adhering to the popular advice from the many experts who claim it only takes 21 days to form a new habit. These experts are partly correct. It does take 21 days. The final two phases to form a new, the first two phases to form a new habit. But the third 10-day phase is crucial to sustaining your new habit long term. The final 10 days is where you positively reinforce and associate pleasure with your new habit. You have been primarily associating pain and discomfort with it during the first 20 days. Instead of hating and resisting your new habit, you start feeling proud of yourself for making it this far. Phase 3 is also where the actual transformation occurs as your new habit becomes part of your identity. It transits the space between something you're trying and who you're becoming. You start to see yourself as someone who lives the habit. Back to your example of waking up early. You go from having an identity that says, I'm not a morning person, to I am a morning person. Instead of dreading your alarm clock in the morning, now when the alarm goes off, you are excited to wake up and get going because you have done it for over 20 days in a row. You are starting to see and feel the benefits. Too many people get overly confident, pat themselves on the back, and think, I've done it for 20 days. So I'm just going to take a few days off. The problem is that those are first 20 days are the most challenging part of the process. Taking a few days off before you're invested the necessary time into positively reinforcing the habit makes it difficult to get back on. It's days 21 to 30 where you really start enjoying the habit, which is what will make you continue it in the future. A lot is there. Huh? Should I continue or what? What is the time? Okay, I can read till end of the chapter, right?
Yeah, just let's finish it. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else is there or I'll continue? I don't see
No
any
one
names.
written the name. Anyone wants to read? We're less people today, no?
Oh, shall I
Okay, no,
continue then?
I think yeah, continue.
Yeah,
Deepa.
7:50 it is. We can continue, right?
Yeah, everyone, is it
30,
okay if we continue for next 5 minutes? Maybe I don't know. Yeah, let's continue
30,
and let's keep the
yeah,
discussion
yeah,
short. Yeah,
yeah.
Manishi,
30
you
days.
want to say something?
No, continue, please. Continue. Thank you.
Okay, yeah,
30
go on.
days from unbearable to unstoppable. The next day, I officially began my marathon training. My excitement
Deepa,
only
I'm not
lasted.
getting where are you reading from?
Sorry?
Sorry. Where are you reading? But I hate running, right?
Oh, I skipped one part. But I hate
Yeah.
running. I'm not a runner though, John. In fact, I hate running. There is no way I could do it. Come on, Hal. It's to raise money for the Front Row Foundation. John Berghoff responded. Look, I don't think I could do a marathon either, but once you commit to it, you'll find a way to make it happen. And I'm telling you, it's truly a life changing experience. I'll think about it. Telling John I would think about it was really just my way of getting him off my back. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely believe in and supported the life changing work done by the Friend Row Foundation. I had been donating money to the organization for years, but writing a check was a little easier than running a marathon. Unless I was being chased, I hadn't intentionally run so much as a block in the 10 years since I graduated high school. And even back then, I only ran to keep from failing PE class. Besides, ever since breaking my femur and pelvis in the car accident back when I was 20, I was always afraid of what might happen if I put too much pressure on my leg. In fact, every time I went snow skiing, I couldn't help but have visions of me tripping and taking a hard fall, then having the metal rod in my leg break through the skin of my thigh. It's a gruesome thought, but breaking your limbs and being told you may never walk again can do that to you. A week later, after my conversation with John, one of my coaching clients, Katie Fingerhut, completed her second marathon. All it's so amazing. I feel like I can do anything now. Between John and Katie's enthusiastic testimonies for marathon running, I've started to think maybe it was time for me to overcome my limiting belief about not being a runner and just start running like everything else in life. If they could do it, then so could I. So I did. The next morning, intent on completing my first mile on my journey to completing a marathon, I put on my basketball shoes. Sounds familiar? And headed out the front door of my house. I was actually looking forward to it. Remember, the first few days of my new habit are often exciting, of any new habit are often exciting. Down the driveway, I hustled, motivated, and inspired. Onto the sidewalk I ran. As I stepped from the sidewalk to the street, my ankle twisted on the curb and I collapsed. lying on the pavement, writhing in pain and gripping my ankle. I thought to myself, everything happens for a reason. So I guess today wasn't the day for me to start running. I'll try again tomorrow. So I did. 30 days from unbearable to unstoppable. The next day, I officially began my marathon training. My excitement only lasted for a few blocks as the physical pain began to remind me of what I believed for so long. I'm not a runner. My hips ached, my femur was sore, but I was committed. I completed my first painful mile, but I realized I needed help. I needed a plan. I drew to the bookstore and purchased the perfect book for me, The Non Runner's Marathon Trainer by David Whitson. Now I had a plan. Days 1 to 10, the first 10 days of running were both physically painful and mentally challenging. Every single day, I fought a constant battle in my head with the voice of medicurity telling me it was okay to quit, but it wasn't. Do what's right, not what's easy. I reminded myself. I kept running. I was committed. Days 11 to 20. Days 11 to 20 were only slightly less painful. I still didn't like running, but I didn't really hate it anymore. For the first time in my life, I was forming the habit of running every day. It was no longer this scary thing I only watched other people doing on the sidewalk while I was driving my car. After nearly 2 weeks of daily running, it was starting to feel normal for me to wake up every day and just go for a run. I remained committed. Days 21 to 30. Days 21 to 30 were almost enjoyed. I had almost forgotten what it felt like to hate running. I was doing it without much thought. I just woke up, put on my running shoes. Yes, I had invested in a pair and logged my miles each day. The mental battle was gone, replaced with reciting positive affirmation or listening to self improvement audios while I ran. In just 30 days, I had overcome my limiting belief that I couldn't run. I was becoming what I would have never imagined in a million years. I was becoming a runner. The rest of the story 52 miles to freedom. Just 30 days after beginning the habit of running, something that had been so foreign and unpleasant to me for my entire life, had completed 50 miles, culminating in my first 6 mile run. I called John to celebrate. He was excited for me and always looking to help me raise my own standards. He presented me with a challenge. John knew me well enough to know that in the peak emotional state I was in, I would likely accept any challenge. Hall, why don't you run an ultra marathon? If you're getting to run 26 miles, you might as well run 52. Only John would suggest such a logic. I'll think about it. This time, when I told John I would think about it, I actually meant it. I was intrigued by the idea of pushing myself even further and running 52 consecutive miles. Maybe John was right. If I was going to run 26, I might as well run 52. I mean, shoot, if I could go from running 0 miles to being able to run 6 consecutive miles in just 4 weeks, I still had 6 months until the Front Row Foundation's annual Run for the Front charity run. Why not set the bar a little higher and go for 52? So I did. I was even somehow able to convince a friend and two of my brave coaching clients to do it with me. 6 months later, I had logged 475 miles, including 320-mile runs, and had traveled across the country to meet with two of my favorite coaching clients. James Hill and Fabian Valencia, and longtime friend Alicia Andron. So the four of us could attempt to run 52 miles during the Atlantic City Marathon. John even flew out to show his support. There was just one logistical challenge though. Atlantic City wasn't set up for any ultra marathon runners. So we improvised. We met on the boardwalk at 3:30 a.m. Our goal was to finish our first 26 miles before the official marathon began, then complete the second half with the regular marathon runners. The moment was surreal. The energy between the four of us was a blend of excitement, fear, adrenaline, and disbelief. Were we really going to do this? We might have been able to see our breath in the chill October air had the moonlight been brighter. Nevertheless, our path was well enough lit, and so we began, one foot in front of the other, one step at a time. We moved forward. We all agreed that was the key to our success that day. Keep moving forward, so long as we didn't stop putting one foot in front of the other. As long as we kept moving forward, we would eventually reach our destination. 6 hours and 5 minutes later, largely due to the collective support and accountability of our group working together as one unit, we completed our first 26 miles. This was a defining moment for each of us, not because of the 26 miles we had behind us, but because of the mental fortitude it was going to take to get ourselves to run the 26 miles we had ahead of us. The excitement was permeated. Every fiber of our being, just 6 hours earlier, had been replaced with excruciating pain, fatigue, and mental exhaustion. Considering the physical and mental state we were in, we just didn't know if we had it in us to duplicate what we had just done. But we did. A total of 51.5 hours from the time we started. James, Fabian, Alicia, and I completed our 52-mile quest together, one foot in front of the other, one step at a time. We ran, jogged, walked, limped, and literally crawled across the finish line. On the other side of that line was freedom, the kind of freedom that we never knew. It was freedom of self-imposed limitations, although through our training, we had grown to believe that running 52 consecutive miles was possible. None of us really believed in our heart of hearts that it was probable. As individuals, each of us struggled with our own fear and self doubt. But the moment we crossed that finish line, we had given ourselves the gift of freedom from our fears, our self doubt, and our self imposed limitations. It was in that moment I realized that this is a gift of freedom not reserved for the few, for the chosen few, but one that is available to each and every one of us the moment we make the choice to take on challenges that are out of our comfort zone, forcing us to grow, to expand our capacity, to be and do more than we have been and done in the past. This is true freedom. Are you ready for the true freedom? The Miracle Morning 30-Day Transformation Challenge in the next chapter will enable you to overcome your own self-imposed limitations so you can be, do, and have everything you want in your life faster than you ever thought possible. The Miracle Morning is a life-changing daily habit, and while most people who try it love it, from day one, getting yourself to follow through with it for 30 days so you can make it a lifelong habit will require an unwavering commitment from you. On the other side of the next 30 days is you becoming the person you need to be to create everything you ever wanted for your life. Seriously, What could be more exciting than that? Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you
I
everyone.
just, yeah, I just
Yeah.
want to add, yeah, I'm reminded of the book which I am hosting, the Happiness Project. So one chapter focuses on this, habit formation and running and fitness. So please join us at the end of the month. We have this reading for a couple of days. So who are present today, please make sure you're joining that. Thank you. I also wanted to share one more thing. Those of us who find it difficult to wake up at a certain time or find certain tasks unpleasant, no, one of the tricks is keep make your own personalized alarm, wherein you put in a music or a motivating talk or something exciting or something funny. So the alarm clock is not the buzzing sound or that irritating noises. Instead, we have a words or some song which makes us very excited. And our mind is not going to think about how boring, how tiresome it is. I don't like to do this. That self-limiting thoughts will not come to our mind. Instead, we'll think about, I'm happy, I can do anything, or any such thought, which is good for you. You record it in your mobile phone or in a recording device and play it the time you want to wake up. And that should be our alarm clock. The words, the inspiring words, the motivating words, the uplifting words, you can record it, a 1-2 liner. And when you listen to it early in the morning, like say 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, or you have to start doing something and you're not inclined to do it, have some recording which will help you to revive yourself, excite yourself, so that you're born to do it. So that is one trick we can follow. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you for joining us, all of you. And yes, we'll keep it short, but anyone wants to share something quick, we can, and we'll finish the chapter tomorrow. So let's see if we have more time to discuss. We'll discuss more tomorrow, or then maybe on Monday we can keep one day just for the discussion of implementation of this. Maybe we can take a weekend to think through this book and implementation and things like that. And we will be anyway starting with the 30-day challenge together also. Like if there is something like that, we'll also do it together. So that will also be an additional help and support for all of us. So yeah, anything quick? We are already past 8 today. In fact, the reading went past 8, so we should have skipped the last part, I think. But yeah, it's a learning, so we'll keep that in mind next time onwards. So yeah, anything anyone want to please share quickly? Please do. Yes. Anything that you felt connected with? The customization, the 6 minute. I personally love the 6 minute hack that he has given for this following, and I love the customization because personally I am someone who really gets bored with things, which is not a good thing, but yes, it happens, and so I give up on things at times. So for me, this might really work well. And the marathon example that he shared was very elaborate. So yes, that is something we can actually like look up to as an example for anything that we want to do. And someone who really want to do for a marathon or want to start with running, it can be like just an ideal example for them. So yeah, Manishji, please share.
Yeah, so my overall takeaway is that, we are basically a slave of our emotions. Our emotion uh, control us when we, like basically emotion can motivate us or demotivate us. Sometimes when we run out of emotions, like let's say, uh, when emotion get over our effort, it happens feeling emotionally good, or you are not feeling emotionally, and that's a very good thing to worry about, because throughout the day, if we are feeling very emotionally good, right? So we don't think of giving up, or we don't distract away from our actions. So when the author says mentioned four pies, right? Physical, emotional, intellectual, and spiritual. So throughout the day, I'll say in every act of life, we should be well. We should have a good control our healthy pies. You know, whenever we are doing something, we should feel emotionally good. We should feel emotionally happy, positive, passionate, and happy. So how to do that is basically, when we feel like giving up on something, we should immediately listen to some good music or do some good visualization, things like that. Because music has the power to disrupt our mind. So when our mind is about to give up, and we listen to some good song, like I used to listen to Chak the India and things like that. It boosts your emotional strength, right? And when you feel emotionally good, you feel like doing what you really want to do, as per because one of the book we read that feeling is the secret. So if any act of life, if we are not feeling good, then we will will eventually give up on our effort. So I think we should. The Miracle Morning also focuses on our strength, building on physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And basically, we are a product of our habits. So whatever we do on a day-to-day basis, basically we are a product of our habits. So, but emotion plays I feel, a very high critical role, because if I can control my emotion, then I can control my act and I can control my results. Yeah, I think that's like very profound for me. So I'll focus more on my emotions, keeping my emotion healthy, so that I can do what I intend to do and manifest what I need to. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you, thank you. Yes, that's true, Manishji. Yeah. Anything anyone want to share from what we read today? Uh, or we can even close and keep it for later when we discuss in depth. So, okay, first for me, there was this one reminder when he talked about these three phases of second was uncomfortable, third is unstoppable, and first one I forgot the name. It's the new thing, right? So when he talked about these three phases, I remembered of this quote we read in the 5 a.m. club. Success is hard in the beginning, messy in the middle, and glorious at the end. So that is what I just remembered of. And this is very much in alignment. Unbearable. The first phase is unbearable. So, second, uncomfortable. And third is unstoppable. So, it's very much in that direction I felt. So, yeah. I loved how the author has actually given a thought of how this like it's not like he's not just left us with this 6 habits to build, but he's also considered what could be the challenges, and he's given a strategy on that. That is very interesting. So I'm looking forward to this 30-day challenge. Let's see how it how is it designed, and it will help us support us in whatever we want to build, like this habit especially. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, anything else anyone wants to add something quick, otherwise we can close. Yeah, Deepa.
Um,
Deepa.
no,
Yeah.
not really. I just wanted to thank. And yeah, this habit formation is a very interesting concept. Maybe we'll need a longer time to talk about it. Each one of us can share our own experiences regarding this, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Mm.
We will keep,
Yeah.
like, maybe we can keep 1 or 2 days for this once we finish the book. Maybe one day is enough, I guess, just for an
Yeah.
in-depth share, and maybe we can discuss our own rituals also if we follow through anything, just to help one another. If anyone wants to pick anything apart from the 6 things as a morning ritual, we can do that. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, Richa, you want to add something, or we can just close otherwise?
No, no additions. I had a question. The AI summary is saying that this was chapter 8 and 9. I think I didn't follow through the numbers. Is it chapter 8 and 9? Because I thought yesterday we had done chapter 6, if I'm
Yeah,
getting
yeah. It
mixed
is.
up with
This is no, no. This is we read chapter 7, 8, 9 today, of which the
yeah,
seventh
okay.
chapter was very small. It was just like the 6 minute ritual. What he talked about,
Uh,
how to
and
put
I
the six
think
minutes. Yeah,
okay, so
that's
it did not even capture notes for me. So I'll put a prompt again for that one. Like I think it was so small that it is not covering. And I was like, yeah, why am I missing chapter 7? And I joined
yeah.
5 minutes late,
Even I
so
no, even I
I did
got
not.
that because yeah, the chapter 7 was almost over, like in the 5 minutes or something like that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, no problem. Yeah, yeah. Even I got that is two chapters, but in my notes is covered that 6 minutes ritual in the first chapter only. I think maybe he did not take it as a separate chapter, something like that. So
And
yeah.
chapter 9 also, we are not completely done, right?
No,
That is
we are done.
partial.
We finished. We finished chapter 9.
So I don't know
Tomorrow
why
we'll
it's
be
saying
starting.
part of chapter. I don't know. It's saying part of chapter 9. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird. No, it's okay.
Tomorrow we'll be
I will
starting.
edit.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. Yeah. Okay, then. Thank you,
And
everyone. Yeah. Okay, you want to
yeah,
say something?
no. I'm just going to put another prompt. So if you can keep me, sorry, keep the
Oh
room
yeah, sorry, I
open.
forgot to make you people. I just keep forgetting. I'll just make you co-host also, and in fact, I'm also taking notes. So I think we'll be there together. So yeah, we'll wind up in like next 5 minutes maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you, everyone.
Thank you, Deepa.
Yeah,
Thank you, Manishji. Yeah,
thank you.
we'll catch up tomorrow and finish the
Yeah,
chapter,
yeah,
finish the
we'll
book
catch up.
actually. So yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you.
If possible, from Arunachal Pradesh, I'll share some beautiful visuals for you guys from there.
You are in Arunachal Pradesh.
No, this weekend, Saturday early morning, we are starting. So
Wow. And when are you
yeah,
coming
after
back
too
then?
many hiccups and yes and no's and so many yo-yoing around, finally everything confirmed. Saturday morning
Oh,
we are
wow.
leaving. Yeah.
Happy journey
So
to you. Wish you a
yeah.
wonderful,
So tomorrow
wonderful
I'll be
journey.
with you guys, and the day after tomorrow I'll try to be there at
Oh, so
least as
you
a
won't
listener.
be there for the discussion? Maybe if we do it on a Monday or something?
Yeah, I'll be in Arunachal Pradesh, but if it is possible, I will listen at least. If I'm not able to participate actively, I'll listen. I'll share some pics with you all. Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you.
Sure,
Awesome.
please
Thank
do.
you, Deepa, and have a great time there.
Have a great day,
Yeah.
Deepa.
Thank
Have a
you.
great weekend and a
Thank
wonderful
you.
journey. And also, when are you coming back then? Like when is your return?
25th is our return. 25th evening we are return.
So next 10 days, I think we can we cannot expect you to be very very regular then. So yeah, no
Yeah.
problem. Yeah.
As and when I get the time and the opportunity, I'll join in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think by the time you come back, we'll also read we'll go for the happiness project next part maybe no because it will be the end of the
Yeah.
month. Yeah,
Yes,
so
we
no
can
problem.
start.
Yeah, yeah, but be there whenever you can. Do join us.
Yeah, I will. I will.
Whatever new book we start. Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I might
thank
even try to
you.
put on my video also.
Yeah, please,
Yeah.
please do. Okay, take care.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
bye bye.
Yeah.
See you all.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye.
You taking notes yet, Richa? I'm also editing. I'm just asking.
No, yeah, I'm done taking the notes. I'm also editing it in the template. So, and I kept this on because in case sometimes, that alignment and some things do not work. Like today, I think the AI, when we cover more number of chapters, it doesn't do a good job of accuracy.
It becomes too much for it. It feels like you're
Overwhelmed.
overworking.
Overwhelmed.
You're massively overworked today.
हमारे जैसा ही है ना वो इट्स ओके उसके भी लिमिटेशंस है थ्रेशोल्ड्स है
वो बोलते हैं आज ज्यादा हो गया, आज तो इतना ही होगा.
I think I figured I think I had to like do a couple of prompts and I was like okay I'll have to maybe ask it this way it's being grumpy today it's okay it's tired. The same similar thing happened at work today because we had some event at our office. We had moved our whole floor was renovated and we moved from the third floor to the fourth floor and it's a new space and I think we have been here now for 6 months but we didn't never did the open house because there were some movements happening as well within few teams. So finally that all the teams are settled, they did the open house kind of a thing, so that we invite the other divisions in our company to come visit us and see our new area, right? So last couple of days was very busy with that, and we had the superhero theme for the whole open house, and each team came up with their fun names and our team did great actually. I wasn't initially part of the planning thing because of my allergies. I took one day off last week and they were planning that day. But then I helped yesterday and today, like with the actual decorations and then some last minute things, taking printouts. So the printer was so overworked, and today it was like sluggish. After like yesterday it was working fine, but today it was like acting up. So we were saying the same thing that I think it is overworked. I think
So
everywhere.
machines can also give up. Like it's not just humans.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
definitely humans should take rest. अब मशीन से ऐसे हो सकता है तो हमें तो we definitely have to think about it.
I know, right? Yeah.
Yeah, actually for me, what has happened, like now I have taken the notes, but somehow they just come all together, na? So they have not distinguished the chapter wise and things like that. So now I'm just editing that
Oh,
from the first
अच्छा
message.
हाँ आई थिंक कोई
So
वो थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस भी हमें आएगा सब में मेरे को उसने 8 और 9 का बहुत अच्छा समरी दिया and 7 ka nahi diya. So then I had to put couple of prompts for 7. And now actually because I gave specific prompt for chapter 7 की बहुत अच्छी summary आई है. And I am like, it's okay अभी जितना बाकी केस में है but अभी मैं वो just align कर रही हूँ because now there is too much data and I was like okay but it is good information so I don't want to edit
yeah, that
out any
happened with
part.
me. Like nowadays, I just put these two prompts that you shared. Like I just keep it very short.
Ah,
Otherwise,
right.
even that made even earlier I used to put what did this person said, what did that I used to put
That
different
is
prompts.
very
So
hard.
that used to become so much data and then it become a little overwhelming for me also. Um
Yeah.
so
I
I did
know.
not.
Yeah. But I mean, I think today mine will be, but it is still covering in that whole one slide. So I'm like, it's okay. Some days we can have more information, a little more, but it is still that's why I'm like just trying to align it a little bit, just so that it's not very bad. And if it's organized or structured in a good way, then then it's not a problem. So yeah, I'm trying to do that. So yeah, I'll finish it off. But yeah, we can close the room if required. I have taken the notes. I think I'm good with the contents. I might sort in maybe one or two bullets, and that's it. Then I can share.
Yeah. No, I am actually taking up. Yeah, even I'll take. I'll also be done. Like, give me a minute. I was just taking the discussion part, and I think it's done.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
nowadays I'm not doing the discussion part because I know you are doing that. So I'm like, it's okay. And I don't want to put that also in the slide because then it becomes like a lot to keep up with.
yeah, yeah, I get it. No problem. Yeah, I also keep it very short, and I try to take names
Yes.
so that it becomes specific. Also, it's good to have names. I feel rather than having a general discussion. So I just try to keep names. Let's see.
Right.
And for now, Touchwood, the AI is giving me good. I don't have to do much. I just say summarize the discussion by every participant, and it gives by names and also a little bit editing here and there. It
Yeah.
works.
So
So
that's
yeah.
what I used to do initially. Like actually, I have played around with few prompts on that. Earlier, when I used to do the table, then what I used to do was summarize individual shares by topic, grouped by topic. So then it used to give a topic heading and then also use names of people, okay, on each topic, what each person said. That's why I could create the like, and the table was created by me, and I used to just paste that information. But still, that was also like some days if we have lot of discussions, then it was becoming a lot of work, right? So then I started doing, and then based on I think you also sharing what Pinaki had done for some PDF or Word, whatever summaries. I was like, okay, and in between we were even like trying to shy away from names because of how things were going, right? So then I started doing, okay, summarize all the shares by topic. That's it. Like, and it's a concise summary by topic. So then it was very short version when we didn't want names. And then I think few times I was still I think for power of intention or something else, I was still doing the discussion, but then it was just pointers by everyone rather than organizing it by topic. And that, yeah, I used to do something similar, the prompt that you mentioned, that I think summarize everyone's shares uh, or individual shares or discussion. And I think, yeah, it used to give like a concise summary of what each person sometimes, but it can be very ambiguous also, like at a very high level. And I'm like, this is not useful, right? It will just say, oh, this person just shared a personal experience about visualization, right? That's it. And I'm like, that's not what I want, right? Like, that's of no value
Mm.
unless you specify the experience. So yeah, so some days you have to maybe spend a little more than 5 minutes, but that just happens like every not every day, but once in a blue moon or once in a while, I would say. Not blue moon also, but yeah, maybe once in like 7 to 10 days. But it's good. We learn. We are also evolving, and the AI is also evolving.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, I'll
Yeah.
wrap this
I,
up and
yeah. Even done taking the notes, so we can finish it
okay.
off. Yeah. Thank
Okay,
you. Bye
okay,
bye. See you. Take
perfect.
care.
Yes, yes. All right. You have a great day ahead, Mansi. And
Yeah.
it was lovely, lovely catching up yesterday with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think
Same here.
I've
Same
not
here.
seen your message yet. Because I had like so many messages, but I
No, no,
saw
I
that you've
actually
sent
my
something.
phone while we were talking and I did not realize the battery was low already. I had
Uh,
seen somewhere it was 6% somewhere in the middle, but then I thought we were
oh,
winding up anyways, na? So I thought we will
ah.
finish. But then
No,
suddenly
and
it
towards the
went
end, I
off.
could hear you. I think you were almost saying that, oh,
So
I think we're
as
fine.
I
I could
saw
not
the
hear.
phone, yeah, as I saw the phone going off, I shouted like I just tried to say I did not know if it reached out to you or not, but I tried my best to tell you, "Arey, the
Ah.
phone is going off" types.
No, so
So
I understood with context because I could hear only part of it and then it got dropped, right? So I was like, oh, you were saying the phone is dying. Okay, that's how I
yes,
caught
yes.
it because
So, and
you
then
said something. Yeah.
it was late now, so even I got busy. Like since I just put the phone on charging. Normally, what happens
Hmm.
like when my phone is like fully drained like this and it's totally switched off, it takes time to get switched on after getting
Right.
charged a little bit, na?
Exact.
So I just
Yeah,
put it
yeah.
on charging and I just went back to other works.
Oh,
So then
that's what I
so
figured.
I
Yeah.
literally like took it like after a few hours. So then that is when I just switched it on and I put you the message. So it was very late,
Ah,
maybe
okay.
for
I
you.
will. I will check. Yeah, I've not read it yet, but yeah, but I had figured that yeah, it must be the phone battery dying, and that's why I was like, no. And anyways, we had gone way over. But thankfully, I mean, even though I slept late, but I woke up fresh.
Yeah,
And
even
I
I was
still woke up.
concerned that how are you going to manage because you have work, right? Today you had
Yeah,
work
and I
to
had
do.
to go to
No.
work, so I was
Yeah,
tired.
it's not
But
like a holiday. Yeah, I was wondering
yeah.
like, oh my God. So yeah,
No,
yeah,
no,
we'll be
but it's
really
okay
careful. No wonder.
because yesterday I had slept. That's why. Otherwise, and I had still told because my throat was I wasn't very confident, right, about talking for so long because initially we both were saying, right, yeah, we'll keep the call. We want to disconnect, but we had so many things I think to catch up on. So and it's okay. And if it was like when if I'm feeling tired, I would have told you. And thankfully, like when I woke up also this morning, I wasn't tired. I was like maybe just a little bit sleep deprived, but at work also like we had events, right? So it automatically becomes jolly. But I did have some work also, so I did that, and then once I got home and I left early from office today, like instead of 4 o'clock, I left at 3:30 itself, 3:25, 3:30, and then I got home by 4:15. And then I slept for like, I think another 30, 40 minutes. So that's why I'm like feeling much better today. So it's good. It's all good. No, but I'll let you go because I don't want to take
Glad.
up your another morning and we'll be wise
No,
with
no,
our
no.
time.
No, it won't happen
Yeah.
every time. We are anyways mindful about it, but sometimes
Yes.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no
Yeah. Yeah.
problem.
Exactly. Yes. No, but
Yeah.
you make it a
And what
great
I
day.
felt now, what we can do, like sometimes when we know we are in the flow of this conversation, what we can do, just I felt, Liz, we can disconnect the call and reconnect separately so that we are like prepared for
Ah.
it also, and we don't have it in the same recordings also. So both ways.
Ah.
So
नहीं
yeah.
वो भी और
So
वो कल
otherwise
का
we have to
रिकॉर्डिंग का
crop it
कुछ तो
and all, na? हाँ.
हाँ, you might have to crop it yesterday wala because it will go for like 3 hours, 3+ hours, I think, with the
Yeah, yeah,
reading and
yeah.
everything.
So I'll have to figure out how to crop it. So let's see. I'm not like I've
Okay.
never done this video thing, editing kind of a thing. So let's see. We'll have to figure that
I
out. But
have
it's
done it.
yeah,
I've done it on my like on my app, but I've not done it on YouTube, so I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. Same here, same here. Yeah, I have done it like
Mm.
small videos on some small apps like some
Right.
I knock something is there, na? With the name
Yeah.
I don't know. In short or something like
iMovie
that.
and something. I like my I since it is Apple, I use that iMovie thing also, and I've combined different videos and made my own movie as well. So all of that works good. But yeah, with YouTube, I have not tried it. But yeah, maybe yeah, I think
And
that
now
that can be a
it's
quick
still for
video.
now it's still okay because nobody is like really going and watching because nobody has the access of a channel or
Ah,
something like that. So it's still
right.
safe. So, but we'll do that. We'll have we anyways we
Yeah.
need to organize the videos of what recordings or whatever we're doing. So we'll have to do some work on that, putting some
Yeah.
time. So let's see who can help us with that and see let's see how we can do that. No problem.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Sounds good.
so
Yes.
thank
Yes.
you.
All
Have
right.
a great good night to you, and
Evening. Yeah.
see you
Yes.
soon.
Yes. Yes.
Bye
You
bye.
have a great day. All right. Take care.